up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Style in the Kitchen, Soul on the Plate. I am your boy, the well-dressed chef, and today we are about to show you how to make my infamous Ring the Alarm ribs. Get in here, get in here, get in here. Welcome back, guys. So I'd like to thank everyone for tuning into the channel. Please, if you have not, make sure you go like, click, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Today, we will be making my infamous Ring the Alarm ribs. Let's get into it. As I always say, no glove, no love. You can use whatever ribs you prefer, whether it's pork ribs, beef ribs. With the holidays fast approaching, this can be used for Memorial Day, 4th of July, any barbecue occasion. These ribs are fast, easy, delicious, and straight to the point. Let's get into it. So to your bowl that you have your ribs, you want to make sure that you clean them with lemon, vinegar, whatever you prefer to clean with. Make sure you clean your ribs. That is a must. You have your ribs here, and we're going to season them and let them marinate for about an hour. And I know you guys are always talking about my measurements, so let's get it right. We're going to use a spoon of seasoning salt, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of adobo, a few sprinkles of some smoked paprika, half a teaspoon of onion powder, a half a tablespoon of chili powder. We're gonna use some fresh ground black pepper, a full teaspoon. We're gonna massage the seasoning into the meat. Pause. So you wanna make sure that you get this evenly mixed through. And one thing I love about ribs, they're fast, simple, straight to the point. I'm a rib guy. Beef ribs, pork ribs, you can make them Asian style, spicy, sweet. I'm a rib connoisseur. We're gonna let this marinate in your fridge for about an hour, and we'll come right back. So we're back. We let our ribs marinate for about an hour and a half. You wanna make sure that you invest in some great cookware. Begin to heat your pot. We're gonna use some olive oil, just a little bit, so that way your ribs don't stick. And we are going to sear these babies off for some color. The reason why we're searing the ribs is because you want the seasoning to lock into the ribs, and you want to have a nice flavorful crust on both ends. I wish you guys could smell this already. These ribs, absolutely amazing. If you don't have a set of good cookware, just make sure that you put enough olive oil, if you didn't, to the pot. We're gonna add a stick of butter inside and just place it right in the middle of your ribs and just move these babies around. And what you're wanting to happen is we want them to get caramelized on both ends. You just give these babies a toss on each side, and look at this already. See this sear? This is the sear that you want on the front and the back of the rib. Bam! While our ribs are cooking, we're gonna begin on our homemade sauce. But first, let's take a drink. Damn! Whew, damn, that was strong but good. I think I need another sip. Whew. They're gonna need to call SWAT for sure after I'm finished with these ribs. Make sure you turn your ribs over on both sides. Even on the sides, the fatty sides, because you want your ribs to cook. While these ribs are halfway through being done, we're gonna add some more olive oil to your pot, and we're gonna put a lid on top of these ribs so that way they can smoke and get soft and tender. So after about 5 minutes, you wanna take the top off and give your ribs another turn on the opposite side. And once you do that, you'll start to see all the caramelization happening on your ribs. These babies are going to be amazing. This is the color that your ribs should have on the back. While we're still allowing these ribs to cook, we're gonna begin to make our sauce mixture. So to a bowl, you wanna use your barbecue sauce of choice. Whatever barbecue sauce you prefer, I would say start off with that as the absolute base. We're gonna use some brown sugar, and I'll say about a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. And what you wanna do is begin to whisk the brown sugar in very, very slow. Then we have some Worcestershire sauce. We'll add about 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, and we have liquid smoke. Now, when you use liquid smoke, you have to be very, very delicate because you do not want your ribs to taste like fire. So what liquid smoke does is it gives your food a smoky taste without you having to put it on the grill, because obviously we're not using a grill or we don't have one handy, but this will give you the same smoky vibe as if you were to put the ribs on a grill. So you just want to go in with just a tad bit of liquid smoke. Let's whisk this through. And then for our heat lovers, you want to take some crushed red chili flakes, and to your desired liking, add a little bit depending on how much smoke you want inside, and use a little bit of chili powder. And again, the spices are based on your preference. So we're just gonna whisk this through. And another little hack when you're making barbecue sauce is if you wanted to use some honey, molasses, some people even use syrup, but just use a tiny bit to your sauce just to thicken it up. That's another trick that you can use as well. After we mix this, we're gonna use a little bit of garlic powder and a little bit of onion powder. Whisk that together like so. While your ribs are browned at the top, you just wanna sprinkle a few dabs of smoked paprika, and then you're gonna flip them over on the opposite side. We're gonna cover these babies for another 10 minutes, and we'll get back into it. So now your ribs have cooked 10 minutes on both sides. You should have that caramelization on both sides of your ribs. So what you're gonna do is, when your ribs are ready to come out, you're gonna take them and lay them into a pan, because we're now going to sauce your ribs and then plate them. Now to the sauce mixture that we did earlier, we just put this on the stove, and look at this. Now we're gonna take this and just ladle it over our ribs very gently, just like that. If you're a sauce guy, if you're a sauce girl, you can just dredge it inside the sauce. If you like light sauce, ladle it on, or you can brush it on, but then you don't want a whole mess. And this is why I tell y'all, this is really called Style on the Kitchen, Soul on the Plate. Because you bring these ribs to any event, you're really styling on them. What we're gonna do is make sure that we plate these babies. I feel like I need some theme music when I'm plating these dishes. I don't know, y'all tell me. We gonna hit these babies with dot, dot, dot.
Hey, yo, what the?
Put the more sauce on top. And there you have it, guys. Ring the alarm ribs. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Style on the Kitchen, Soul on the Plate. I am your boy, Chef B. Please do not forget to like, click, comment, share, and above all else, subscribe to the channel. Until next episode, we out.